Hello and welcome with another video. Right now I'm in Dr. Mchem Institute of Chemistry, just in front of my office. That's my office, right? So this is an instrument lab in which I have used multiple instruments. Right now I just saw the few instruments which I have worked on, so I thought I must show you. This was the gas chromatograph. I never used this because my MPhil or PhD work was not, this was not part of my, this instrument was not part of my project, so I never worked on it. I definitely worked on UV visible and there's another very practical instrument. This is atomic absorption. You can see here I have worked on this instrument also. This is atomic absorption spectrophotometer, and this is spectra. This is model number is spectra AE20. So I worked on this also. There was a viscometric bath also here, but I can't see it here where it went. So I'm looking for the instruments I worked on. So there is nobody here right now. Now this was the room in which the FTIR instrument was kept. This was the place where it was connected with these computers. It was directly connected with the and I saw this thing. Now what is this thing? Do you know? This is something I wanted to show. We used to prepare. This is the hydraulic pressure pump. So I prepared lots of KBR discs on this. You can see instrument, right? So we used to put some pressure. A KBR disc was prepared, used to prepare for FTIR analysis, and with the sample we used to mix it and we grind it, and then we make a very you can see a very transparent tablet we used to prepare. I even forgot what we used to call it. So it was a KBR palette we used to prepare on this. So this I saw. Nobody uses it right now, but maybe after some time people will again come back. Now I found my FTIR instrument. It's full of dust, so let me clean some dust first, because I want to show you that I worked on this Electron Corporation thermonicolate FTIR spectrophotometer. You can see here it's written here thermonicolate. Okay, so this was the instrument I worked on for many years. This was brand new when I started my project, my MPhil and my PhD on this instrument. So this is the place where we used to, you can see a crystal. This is a crystal where we used to put our sample. We can analyze liquid samples also, and I've analyzed my solid samples and my liquid samples also. The compounds which I used to prepare, I prepared many polymers, shift-based polymers, then shift-based resins and polymetal chelates. So every time after preparing them, we need to characterize them. So this was the best instrument to characterize the functional groups that are present in your organic compound. So both the solids and liquids I've analyzed on this one. So we used to rotate it, right? We used to, first of all, we used to clean it with some solvent, that is some ethanol or dilute ethanol we used to use, and then I used to put my sample on this, you can see, on this crystal, right? And then we used to slowly and gradually, we have to move this and till it just touches the point. When it touches the crystal, we used to stop, right? We have to be stopped. That's it. And then it was attached, connected to the computer and other devices, and the spectrum was shown in that. So this was something about this beautiful instrument. I saw it today and I thought that I must show my students, because my students, I supervised almost 7 MPhils, 8 MPhils maybe, and 1 PhD student. But my students, they were looking for this FTIR instrument in different universities of Sindh province. So it was very unfortunate that I couldn't, they didn't got the chance to use this instrument. So it was a lovely instrument. I want to show you again, because this instrument played a very important role in my PhD, in my MPhil also. When I was doing my MPhil, we used to use this KBR pressure to make this KBR Well, I found a book, a record book in which different students have used this instrument. These are the students which they worked on this instrument. You can see the dates and the timings, right? I would like to find out my name. Amreen Shah's name is there, and she's our professor. She was a bit junior to me, and I can't find others. There are students also. I think there are a lot of students. Yeah, I found my name, Moina Akhtar, 16808, 25608. Ship base resins, FTIR at about, time is also mentioned here, 10:30, and I signed it here. This is Aminshah's signature, this is my signatures. Oh, I found Kulsum Abbasi. She's no more with us. May Allah grant her Jannah in the most elevated place in Jannah. She was my very good friend. Well, that's mine there. Then again, my name is here, Moina again. So I'm so happy to find out these records that I worked here, because this is the proof that we worked here, and I'm very happy that I can find my name again. Moina Akhtar, 2009 lecturer. Wow, I am very happy to see all this. Kulsum's name is there. Other teachers, Dr. Qasim's name is there, and Dr. Kulsum's name was here. So this was the record that showed, how many people, how many teachers they use this instrument, the lovely instrument. So I was just telling you about the viscometric bath I have used. So I found it in on this bench. It's just lying behind the atomic absorption spectrophotometer. So I've used this viscometric bath. You can see gallon cap viscometer bath, and this is I used to hang my viscometer, Oswald viscometer, inside this coil, right? With this coil, this is the place where we used to hang our samples. Our samples were tied here, and we used to hang them. And this was the stirrer. You can see a stirrer inside, which used to regulate the temperature of the bath. It's a beautiful instrument. I have washed this instrument with my own hands many times, and I've done my all viscosity measurements almost of how many compounds, 16 polymers, 16 resins, and I think 20 to 25 ship bases or 30 ship bases. I have recorded their viscosity, all the viscosity readings I have done on this instrument. You can see here the heater, the boost heater, the control heater, and you can see the stirrer. This was the button for the stirring. This is for boosting up, and this is the heater and volts, the percentage, right, for 30, 40 to up till 100. And this was the mains, lights. So that's it. It's very heavy. I picked it up many times. I'm happy I found it. So I would like to add a few points to it, that as long as my supervisor, Professor Dr. Mchem, was in this institute, he's mashallah still here, but then he was transferred to a high-tech laboratories, which is a little bit far away from this institute. So as long as he was here, these all instruments which I showed you in this instrument lab were almost all working. They were in the working state, and we used to monitor everything, and I just showed you on the instruments I worked on. So this was all under the guidance of Professor Dr. Mchem. Hats off to him, and may Allah gives him, grant him, bless him more and more. Thank you.